What have you got?
Come on, come on! This what you want, huh?
Yngol!
Hey, be careful! Oh, you not!
Done and done.
Only a fool lets himself get surrounded.
I don't care how many colleges they build, or how much the sea swallows up. I'll outlast them all. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here's your reward. Can you believe that this hold used to contend for the throne of the High King? Now, perhaps others will listen. Here, your reward is promised. You have Winterhold's thanks. There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title, mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could make use of. However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold. You help my people, and I'll make you my Thane. Good luck to you. Keep safe.
Ours is the only family left that truly cares what happens to Winterhold.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them.
Don't worry, lad.
Let me know if you
the
want.
Autumn Gale never fails to
I got
deliver.
a clean mug on or
That's
something.
a promise. The Autumn Gale is at the bottom of the ocean. Who's to say the documents are even legible? Well, I never said they'd be in perfect condition.
What do you need?
Although if you're unsatisfied,
I wonder
may
if the
consider
librarian at
returning.
Cyrodiil leaves all the cleaning duties to a single
How are
apprentice.
you going to refund my father's life? There's no amount of gold that can compensate me for that. Oh, right.
I wonder what happens
In
when the
that
customer
case,
can't
I
afford to
suppose
pay
I
for a
should
meal or a
just
drink.
keep the gold then. of a contract being fulfilled and all. You greedy little snake! I'm going to tear the skin off of your skull! Hold that thought. It looks like my newest employee has returned. Hopefully you've brought some good news. Yes, a land lease. That sounds exactly like the thing this lad is looking for. Well, lad, because you're such a valued customer, I went ahead and had my top agent expedite your request. Of course, there is a special fee that's part of our express delivery service.
Fine. Once my father's name is cleared, you'll be paid in full. Just bill me with the details. But first, I want to verify the document.
What can I do for you, friend?
Personally.
My accommodations here.
Well, is it true? Do you have the document? Is it signed by Ingrid?
Are you referring to one of the...
A few nobles from Solitude were out hunting and trespassed my father's land. He mistook them for thieves and, well, things got bloody. One of the men was gravely injured. Now the other wants my father punished. A respected Thane who moved to Hammerfell to help push back the Dominion. She owned the cottage and a plot of land my father leased, but they never made a contract, as Nord's word is strong as steel. But that isn't good enough in a trial. Thus we had to send word to Hammerfell to have her sign the papers. That's up for debate, but if these men were trespassing, it will certainly help his case. It proves my father had a right to be on the land. He signed a lease with one of the Jarl's old Thanes back when she was in court. And there's still hope, but it might not be enough. I was wondering perhaps if I could loan your services. I'm on my way to the site of the altercation to see if I can find more evidence. Thank you, Salvager. Hopefully having another set of eyes will help.
Up for a little hunting? Of course. Until next time.
Unless you're bringing me another round, you can just keep walking.
We've
Till next
stopped.
time.
What is it?
You want to have stay.
My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by. Who sent you? Was it the college? The Jarl? We agreed there would be no more questions. Azora. Gods, it's all finally coming back to haunt me. What do you know about soul gems? They are, except the gem is always consumed. They're frail, except for one. Azora's Star, a daedric artifact that allows any number of souls to pass through it. Some of us wanted to find out how. I was working under Malin Varen then. If only we knew what he was really planning. Malin wanted to alter the star. He was dying, disease. He thought he could store his own soul inside, become immortal. It drove him mad. Students started dying. Eventually, the college exiled him. He took a few loyal disciples to Illinalta's Deep and vanished. Look, I don't care who asked you to find the star, but don't take it back to Azora. The Daedra are evil. They're the reason Malin went insane. Azora is no ordinary Daedra. She commands an entire realm inside of Oblivion. The more Malin worked on the star, the more she was able to damn him. It started slowly at first. Malin would see things that weren't there. Then he would yell at students over words they hadn't said. Then one day I walked in and Malin had killed a student, and in a horrific moment of inspiration, he started using her soul for his work. I mentioned how the star is a soul gem, only it never gets depleted. There's another rule the artifact follows. You can only store white souls in the star belonging to the lesser creatures. Azura's magic won't allow black souls to enter it. As a mortal, Malin's soul was black, so part of his work was breaking past Azura's rules. He was close before. Well, I already told you. The college would agree with you, but you have any idea how many innocent lives were cut short just so Azura could have revenge? We're nothing to the jadro'ra. Pawns to move around, praise and punish as they see fit. Until next time.
Greetings. Well done. What have you learned? That is unfortunate. He was a good mage. Were you able to procure any information at all? There were those who questioned my wits when I showed up with that beggar. Yet I do not judge those on their beginnings, regardless of how humble. I did not err in selecting jadro'ra as one of my students, nor making him my assistant. I can only hope I have not failed him as an instructor. Apropos of that, you still have not addressed the question of the missing pages. Let me see those. This is precisely what we needed. You have done admirably, as did my assistant in delivering these to you. Now that you are entrenched in this matter, I have no doubt that you are the only one capable of pursuing it to the end. This is far more perilous than the previous job, but I believe you will reward my confidence in you. As you may have guessed, the 5 locations listed are likely secluded areas where the mages can conduct their individual research. One mage for each school of magic. To defeat them will require skill and cunning, and an understanding of the strengths and weaknesses of each art. The notes will provide their locations, and you can consult me for any advice regarding their procurement. Do you have any questions before you go? Indeed you must. I will offer any assistance I can. It is a mistake to assume the conjurer hides behind the beasts he summons. For such a mage can conjure a dagger as easily as a jadro'ra. There are those who conjure atronachs to support them from the rear, whereas others will conjure bows to lend aid to their armies. When you enter their chamber, take note of the bodies strewn about, as they are weapons hoisted on a rack, to be retrieved at the time of battle. However, like any weapon, they are slaves to the one who wields them, and are as much a tool as they are a foe. An illusionist attacks the mind. He plays the drums of courage and fear to convince both you and the bandits that they are invincible. Illusion can fool your eyes, become your heart's greatest desire, but it cannot fool all the senses, and that is where you will find truth. However, the greatest illusion is not the product of any spell. It is the doubt one has in the efficacy of illusion magic. Do not underestimate the illusion mage. That is my advice to you. The name destruction implies havoc, and while such magic is capable of immense damage, it is not as inelegant as one might presume. Lightning, ice, and fire. Each element has applications beyond the inflicting of pain. A bolt of lightning can disarm a trained mage, sapping him of his magicka. The swiftest runner will find it difficult to wade through briars of ice. Flames will turn your own tunic into a weapon, draining your health as it burns through your skin. To defeat a master of destruction magic, one must use their worlds wisely, for there is more than just health one must account for. To know that reality is a falsehood is the essence of alteration magic. While illusion affects only the caster and the target, alteration is to change the very fabric of our world so that all are affected. Alteration can be used to blind your opponent with mage light or turn your flesh into steel. It is a magic that prevents stealth, as a mage can detect your presence while cloaking his own. Alteration does not have an offensive spell. What it does is use endurance as a weapon. Whether it be with potions of health, stamina, or magicka, one must be prepared for a long fight. The most infuriating of opponents. For every blow you strike, every spell you cast, is nullified by their unyielding ability to heal. Moreover, when such a mage is surrounded by powerful warriors, their strength grows by leaps and bounds, as all are healed that stand beside him. Such a mage will confine himself into a small area to increase the efficacy of his healing spell. However, this tactic provides an opening. Just as many can be healed, many can be damaged, and the cost of restoration is far greater than destruction. Very well. Return to me if you seek my counsel.
I told you. You wanted to know? What else could you want? Yes? Until next time. Huh? Yes? My days at the college are long behind me, but I prefer to stay close by.
Hello, friend.
What can I do for you?
Yes?
Ever need
Hey,
anything
watch it!
else? Just a guess.
My job is to serve the Jarl, not waste time talking with Traveler. This should come in handy. Here, let me show you a few tricks I've learned about buttering up royalty. Come back any time. My doors are always open.